ba da 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 da. Ba na 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 na. Na 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 ba. Oh fuck. Okay. Nobody has joined yet, but I think I'm just gonna start the stream, even though I'm going to be talking to nobody about myself. All right. Um. Yeah. Got a. We're gonna be doing what the kids call conlanging. You know, that's what we're gonna be doing today, everybody. So a little background. Um. First of all, don't mind that. Um. But basically, I got into this little hobby called conlanging a while back, and I'm making a web comic. I haven't talked about that all that much on these on this channel, you know, which maybe I should, but oh well, I don't. Uh, anyways, uh, yeah, I'm making a web comic and I'm doing a lot of world building for it. If you want to go read the web comic, it's on Webtoons, which I know that that tends to not have the best of connotations to it, you know. Uh I don't think Webtoons is generally viewed positively in the general internet consciousness, but whatever. Uh yeah, it's only chapter 1. It's that I've got right now. But anyways, we're gonna be doing some conlanging. So there's this region that we're gonna be coming up to, not in even chapter 2 or chapter 3 for that matter. Uh, it's a little bit into the journey, but it's like the first like arc after the major first arc. It's like the second arc. It's the second arc is kind of what I would say, or the second mini arc. And I had originally made a version of the language. This is it. It was called Kaji. Um, and it kind of sucks. uh, so I mean, this was kind of back before I really understood how to really get down to making a language. But yeah, I don't know why I'm explaining this. Nobody is here. Uh, I guess the best thing that's gonna happen is that somebody's gonna wonder and is gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then I'll have to explain it to them again. But and whatever. There's VODs for a reason. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna be making something. We're gonna be making a new version of Kaji, and I've just called it Kaj. Kaj. So yeah. So quick introduction to anybody who's never done conlanging, or basically we're gonna be starting off with a phonology. because that's what most people do. So, what is a phonology? All right. Basically, it's just like what sounds are in your language. This is where most people start with that. Uh, and so, yeah, we're gonna be doing that. You'll actually see in the thumbnail and in the um, the image that I had while we were still waiting for the stream, or while I was waiting for people to come in, but nobody has come in. Again, I don't know why I'm explaining this to anybody. You can basically see the map, sort of the area that we're going to be doing. Very vaguely, I can, but yeah, like right here, this is the place that we're going to be working on, the place that we're going to be conlang, the place that Kaji is spoken. Uh, in this area, uh, the Golden Coast and the Karad Pass, which is named so after the city of Karad, which would be like roughly here-ish. I haven't gotten to like putting cities down on the on my map for the world that my thing takes place in, but you know that's a later problem to deal with. Anyways, so yeah, yeah, we're gonna be getting down to that. Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be for the for Kalrad, or I guess Kalrad. It's probably more likely going to be in sort of this area that I've called the Magwahara, uh, which is just me trying to come up. Ooh, what's a fancy desert term? And I just kind of said the syllables Magwahara, or I guess Magwahara. Just that sounds vaguely deserty. You know, it's a bit Hispanic. You know, I guess it kind of gave me Sahara vibes. You know, so, you know, a little Orientalist. Not the coolest of me, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, so I guess I should stop lollygagging and I guess get to putting down some of the sounds. So I guess I should get started on that. So what sounds are we gonna have in this language? Well, we're gonna have the voiceless labial stop, buh, but we're not gonna have puh because I kind of want this to sound like Arabic, which is why we're also gonna have k, not to be confused with k, which this language will also have, but you know, there is a difference between the velar and the uvular. Um, I mean, I don't think it's that hard to distinguish. So like k is like, oh yeah, that's a K or a C. But you know, it's usually a K. Whereas k is it's that uvular it's that Arabic sound. You know, it's famously in Arabic, as well as you know, I can't really name a language off the top of my head that, well, I guess also Syriac, which I have right here. I kind of want to draw it from some more lesser known languages, so we are going to be doing that too. I guess while I'm here, I guess I should probably put some some more sounds. Huh for in there, and then in the uvular, we're getting the fricatives, the fricative gang. Is that No, that's not what I'm looking for. It's not what we're doing. Gonna be looking for ha ha. You know, funny letters. Am I right? Those funny letters. Am I right? Oh, where the fuck is it, Colonel? I can't find the funny letters. I can't find the funny letters, Colonel. What the hell am I gonna do? Oh, there it is. All right, there we go. Um, t and and cut and then go. Right. I should probably explain what the IPA is right now. Okay, sorry. All right. So this is our phonetic chart. So we got basically we're typing in stuff from the. Actually, hang on. Let me get the IPA up for you. IPA chart. International Phonetic Alphabet. All right. So this is the IPA. All right. All right. So here is the manner of articulation. This is the place of articulation. Okay. Top, place of articulation. Side here, manner of articulation. You got plosives, which are also known as stops. So what a stop is basically um, stop is basically when you obstruct airflow. So kind of like puh, buh, tuh, duh. Yeah, I'm kind of just going through the list here. A nasal is where you're letting air go through your nasal cavity. So that's like m or n, which are very common sounds. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and yeah. Uh, then trills are usually made by uh, how do I explain trills? You know, rolling your R, that's a trill. That's what a trill is. You know, that that was terrible. I can do it better when I'm like using an example word like gras, gras. That's a trill, a rolled R. You get this. Why would you not know this? But there are other trills like pra, the bilabial trill, which is a very rare sound, or ra, which you probably have heard of, because it's the French R, and it famously cannot be articulated if you get your tonsils removed. Uh, yeah. Taps are they're kind of like trills, but instead of like sputtering either your lips or your tongue, it's just doing the thing. So bra would be ba. No, that's a trill. So it would be ba ba, and ra would be ra. Fricatives are pretty self-explanatory. You see F and S. This is where you just let some air buzz through your mouth. You know, like sa or fa. Um, and you got these fancy ones, which are lateral fricatives. Lateral sounds are made by having like the airflow go around your tongue. So think ra and then la, or which is like kind of the lateral sound. La, la, la. And then approximates are sort of these. I don't know how to explain approximates. They're usually included in like a broader group with, along with like, I want to say also taps or flaps, and they're called like liquids. I think trills are also considered liquids. So yeah, uh, it's a whole thing. And then there are affricates, which are formed when you um, basically start with a stop but then move to a fricative. So like cha is like kind of the example of a affricate, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but anyways, we're kind of going to be doing something similar to that. And then, okay, there's also the vowels. So this one might be a little more confusing. All right, so vowel height, that's, I think, based on the height of your tongue. And then front, central, and back, that's similar to the top. That's the place of articulation. So E is a front sound, U is a back sound. Um, yeah, yeah. Once you kind of figure it out, it's fairly intuitive. Um, And then there's all this other stuff, like non-plumoic sounds, which are made with, which are like clicks, implosives, and ejectives. But I don't think we're going to be doing any of this. Sorry, gang. We're not going to be doing any of these fancy sounds. Um, yeah. Anyways, um, I should probably get the. I guess. Hang on. Open in a new tab. And then there we go. All right. So yeah, this is basically the audio thing. I always have this up when I'm gonna be doing a conlang usually. Uh, but yeah. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a fairly simple thing. We'll be going to 5. We'll all figure it out at the end of the day, and we'll all be happy. I think I'm also gonna get Hebrews phonology up. Now let's do modern Hebrew. Okay, no wait. Okay, there we go. So yeah, or maybe I should be looking at an older Hebrew version. Yeah, sure. Let's look at biblical Hebrew. Uh, that's a lot. Actually, what's this Tiberian Hebrew? I don't know what the fuck this is. I do quite like the idea of using the uvular trill. I think I'm gonna use that. So yeah, we're just gonna make the uvular trill into a thing. I'm in the wrong thing. Let's go. R. Where is the R? I have scrolled past the R. Ha. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's our uvular trillin. Right. Vowels. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Ah, E, and oo. Or do I want to do because part of the thing is that yeah, and also because this is going to be a Semitic sort of inspired conlang, it's going to have triconsonantal roots. So I should probably preface this is like the proto language that we're kind of working on. I could I could start off with a 5 vowel. I think I think if we're gonna start off with a 3 vowel system, but I could later on evolve the language because I want to look at some funny thingies, some little goofs, some little gaffs, like Persian language. We're gonna look at the Persian language. Yeah, because I kind of want to give a look at some other stuff from the Islamic world. Ooh. Hmm. Oh yeah, I gotta account for dialects too. Okay. Um. Hmm. I mean, I could look at maybe the morphology and the grammar. They agree with the subject in person and number. Okay. Okay. verb agreement. So I guess that's kind of what we're gonna go with. Do I want this language to be SVO or VSO? This is kind of at the area that we gotta. I think I should probably like put a list right about here to basically explain what I want out of this language. So one, um, try consonantal root. You know, non-concatenative morphology would be the correct term. But yeah, essentially that's where the root of a word isn't an actual word, but it's just it's just three consonants, you know? So like I could have a word be like b t n, and that could be like to learn. But the thing is, that's not actually how this works. It probably would be like the actual thing is like banten, like button would like that would be the actual root, and like I guess in the modern day like an imperfective form or like a plural form could be like bate, bata, and like this could still be the old thing, but like perhaps in the past, say there is like this is like the plural form. Well, no, that wouldn't be the plural form because this is a verb. You silly Billy. So or I could just say that this means like rather um pretzel. Yeah, pretzel. Let's go with that. I say that like I'm talking to someone. I'm not talking to anybody. But like this could have been hypothetically the old root. Uh, yeah. But then like how you put down like say like let's say like this is the word for pretzel, batin, batan, and then you got batin for the plural form. But in the past, it could have been like uh, batani, and so what happened was that I fronted the A in tani to batini, and then some word final vowel loss made it so that that's basically just locked in there. That's how that goes. Um, so yeah, that's basically non-concatenative morphology or triconsonantal roots. I'm gonna move this down here. Uh, number two. What was I going to have number two be? I completely forgot what I was gonna have number two be. I think it was gonna be like Semitic inspiration, Semitic inspo, or I guess be more accurate to say maybe Afro-Asiatic, but like yeah. Um, yeah, this is real weird, man. It's pretty weird explaining this all. I've never done this before. Um, I'll put. I think I'll go back to adding some sounds. So I'll do S, and then we're gonna have the dental fricative, one of my favorite sounds. And yes, I have favorite sounds. Don't judge me. The. I love the so much. Oh my god, this sound it's so good. I love it. I love it with all my heart. If you disagree, I'll kill you. Anyways, we're also gonna put in pho. So yeah, I should probably explain why I'm like choosing these sounds, and it's not just because these are the sounds that are in languages I'm taking inspiration from. There's this thing called like series. So basically, look at where I'm putting my things. I'm not randomly just going like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have an palatable approximant, and then I'm gonna have a retroflex stop, and then I'm gonna have uh the lateral. Okay, no, I don't. I don't want you. No, get. Oh, it fucking knew. It fucking knew. It fucking knew. How the fuck did it know that? Jesus Christ. This the fucking AI. No. No, I will not use AI. I will not use AI on this goddamn channel. I am a smart boy. I will do this myself. Get this shit out of here. But I guess yeah, that is like a fair assessment of like kind of why I'm not doing that. Because those are all cuz this is like very weird placement, you know. Like, why do I just have a random? Why would I have like a random, like retroflex, uh, thing here? Like, that's not the actual symbol, but whatever. You get the idea. You get the idea. That being said, I am going to keep ya. I am keeping ya in the palatable approximant simply because it is like that. It's okay to have like some scattered brain, like some scattering of the thingies. Oh, people are actually joining in this. Okay. I don't know if this is my actual family because I did tell them, "Hey, I'm going to be streaming," or what. I don't know if any of you are actual I don't know what's going on, but there are actual people watching this now. Okay. Anyways, uh yeah, yeah, basically I'm going in here. I'm doing this. We're making languages. Semitian, okay. Uh, I think I'm just gonna put down Afro-Asiatic inspo. And then going to do, what is my third thing? What do I want out of this language? Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. Hmm. What is the third thing that I want out of this language? Suppose I could use this time to explain like what exactly we're doing. We're for the people who are just joining. Uh, we're making a language. We're doing conlanging. What's conlanging? It's where you make languages. I feel like you could probably discern that from what I just told you. Wait, I gotta get words up. This is my favorite language generator app that I always use, or I guess a word generator app. This is from a different language called for the same webcomic. Yes, I'm making a webcomic. I'm gonna have to explain that in a bit. Yeah, basically we're revamping this old language that didn't show up in the webcomic because this was, I want to say, made before then, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get back to the thingy, my bob. Anyways, okay. Anyways. Liberal. Right. We are going to do some more sound tomfoolery. We're gonna add some more sounds. I am not good at this. This is my first stream. uh, anyways, so one of those sounds that's very famously a part of uh, at least Arabic, I believe. I'm pretty sure if I look into, yeah, it's there in Hebrew and it's even there in Persian. Well, you know, I should probably get huh in there. But one of the sounds that's very common is the glottal stop. Oh, it's right there. Okay. I was a little worried that it wasn't there. I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah, the glottal stop is one of those sounds that you kind of just. It's a fairly common sound. We do have it in English, but we use it in like weird places. You know, like in uh-oh. That space between and then o is a glottal stop because I mean we write it out as dash oh, but you know in actuality it would be like well I have to get the schwa up be glottal stop oh. That's how it would be transcribed in IPA, roughly, very roughly. Or mac and cheese, which would be mac, uh, mac and cheese, or I guess mac and cheese. Yeah, no, that is still that. That is still the glottal stop. Uh, anyways, let's get back to the rest of this. This is very scatterbrained. Um, what other sounds do I want in this? Since this is the proto language, I think I'm just gonna add, maybe, as a little treat. They don't have it in this thing. They don't have the belted. No wait, don't they have the belted L? I could have sworn they have the belted L at some in this. I mean, I'm looking for the lateral fricative, the voiceless lateral fricative I should add. You know, just want to make sure for all the gamers watching this that they know what I'm talking about. Uh, it's in here. I could just this one, this little guy, belted L. We love the belted L because it's old. It's the old protolang. We can easily pop this and like turn it into something else when we're evolving the language. But yeah, right. Um, I think we'll just throw in wa. Or maybe. Ooh, I like the idea that I'm getting. I like the idea that I've just got in my head. All I need to do is scroll down to W. Hua and wa. I actually really like the sound of hua, of hua. You know, like hua. What are you doing? Hua, Bobby. What in the hell are you doing? Or something like that. But you know, it's just a very rich sound. And then wa is the standard W sound. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. If you have any recommendations, I do want to make sure you can like say that in the chat. I mean, obviously you should know that, but like I shouldn't have to tell you. I don't why am I telling you this? You know this. You're smart. You're smart gentlemen and women and theys. You know what you're doing. Um I suppose I could get started on the grammar. Well, no, I should probably finish up the rest of this. Actually, I think I could work with this protophonology. I think I think I can absolutely do something with this protophonology. This is perfectly fine. Um, I should get some more versions of H because uh, for some reason the Semitic languages really love their H sounds, and I do not know why. Nobody knows why. They're just like, we like H sounds. We're gonna have a bunch of H sounds, and there's nothing you can do about it. Too bad, so sad. You gotta know the H sounds, you baby boy. Oh, I guess I should. Well, then I guess I should add in the pharyngeal section. Uh, we'll go on to romanization real quick, but yeah. Pharyngeal. Oh yeah. So the yellow here are the sounds here in yellow are called obstruents. I'm just letting you guys know that. Uh, yeah. Oh, I should probably put L in there. I should probably put la. I really should do that. That should be in there. Why did I not put that in there? Am I stupid or something? Uh also Africans. I should probably do hmm. I can involve Africans later on. I can put those in later on in the language, but I think that this might just be our finalized phonological inventory. Why am I looking at all this stuff? Oh, right. Oh, right. I remembered why. Because I need to get this. I could have just copy pasted that in the thing. Yeah. I kind of just need to get this part of the thing done. I kind of just need to get this language done for the web comic is what's going on here. I've lost someone. They're just like this man is this is like fucking insane. What the hell is this guy talking about? Redley, what the fuck are you talking about? I need to get the fuck out of here. This man is not mentally stable. Which fair. Uh this stream kind of sucks ass. Alright. Uh hmm. The other person is left. Billions must perish. Either that or they had something more important to do. I should really be more conscious of what people have to do. But yeah, I think this is kind of like our finalized proto-phonology. It's a bit beefy. I think I'm gonna get rid of hua. I like it, but like I just don't think it's given the vibes that I want out of this. So bye bye hua. We're just working with this. Right. So let's move on to grammar. Oh, I got a person back. Okay. Let's go on to grammar. Uh, just in case you're new here, hi. I'm making a language. It's gonna have triconsonantal roots, and it's gonna be like inspired sort of by Afro-Asiatic languages, but also other stuff. It's for a web comic that I've been working on. It's called Rum Angels. Go check it out if you want. I I just kind of need to I need to let people know about my thing. Really this is kind of just marketing. This is marketing. You fools, you've fallen for it. I say fools, but it's really only this one guy or gal or gem. uh, yeah. I forgot about the Africans. This needs to that row needs to go. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool if I could get the thing to work this time. Right. So first of all, this is getting turned into a table. Cool. And now we are going to go ahead and put down to go. That's going to be our first word. It's a verb. I'm just remembering I should, I just remembered how I should do this. To go. It's a verb. And then what we're going to do is going to take all of these. I'm going to put them down here. Go ma, na, ba, ta, da, ka, ga, ha. And then I gotta go ahead. Or no, I could just go like yoink, spoink, f, the, sa, ha, ha. Now I'll add voiced fricatives later. Then ha, ha. Jeez, notifications. Hmm. And then that's the wrong thing. Ha, la, ya, wa, ha. Why am I right clicking? I can just go like bam, boosh. And that is our consonants. And now we just go ah, e, u. I like that sound. And yeah. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to go into words. We are going to go like that. Bam. Go ah, e, u. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go with monosyllabic words. I'm going to put it at 100. And we're just going to see what it spits out at us. Okay, one. All right. So the reason why I'm going monosyllabic for here is because we're kind of going for very simple words, because we're going to make the word to go. So we want that to be a very simple word that you can easily, say quickly. Like go in English is just the voiced velar stop or plosive. It depends on how you say it, and then the vowel o. So it's go. That's how you do it. So yeah, I quite like the idea of tha or maybe mu. Ooh, mu is quite good. I like mu. I like mu. Or woo. Fa da you. I suppose now is a good time to talk about romanization because I'm kind of, realizing, oh yeah, I gotta like do some of this stuff. Um, right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick. Uh, hmm. We'll go with ta. We're gonna go with ta, and that is our word for to go. And now I think we should also get a noun and an adjective just to kind of round out like our main things. These are the main like parts of speech in a sentence. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a very specific reason why I chose to go as the future tense. No, I've already spoiled it. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna take this word ta, which means to go. I'm gonna use it to make a future tense. That's what this is. This is tense aspect mood. Uh, right now we're just talking about tense. We'll get into aspect and mood later on. But right now, I think we should talk about romanization. So, what is romanization? This is essentially taking, as you can see, some of these, uh, well, it's pretty simple. Okay, so a lot of these symbols here, they work fine for what we have. We can use these, but if you're using an English keyboard like I am, you're probably not going to have keys for this, or this, or this, or this, or this. I just kind of pointed out all the ones. And there are some letters here that are used for sounds that we don't really use those letters for those sounds in English. Like for example, this isn't j, this is ya. So, what romanization does is I don't need vowels. uh, yes, yes, blah blah blah. Anyways, what romanization does is I could just I don't need this. I just need to put that down as romanization. Basically, so we're going to take this sound, I'm going to put it in here, and that is actually going to now be how we represent it in the thing, which traditionally is with an apostrophe, but there's a slight problem with Google Sheets. If I do apostrophe and then something like that, where did the apostrophe go? Where did he go? Who did that? um, so yeah, that's always a problem that I've had. And usually the way that I work around this is that I have a is that I have sort of a how am I blanking on this? I just make it so that glottal stops can't occur at the start of words. Yeah. There is kind of another problem with this whole thing. that I'm kind of just now remembering that I was thinking about before then. I already have technically a language that's kind of similar to Afro-Asiatic. Um, well, it is derived from an Afro-Asiatic languages, or I guess inspired would be the better term, because derived makes it sound like, oh yeah, it came from those languages, but no. And it's called Ingila, and it's supposed to be ancient Egyptian. Is kind of like that. That's the analog that this is. So there's kind of a bit of a problem there, which I can probably work around it if I just say because they have like a giant desert in between them. Okay? That's a bit of an issue. I can probably just say they're from the same like language family, okay? So, actually if that's the case, then maybe I should look at what I've been using for in Kaji. So, let me just get sheets up. Oh, there it is. Get up. So yeah, here's usually what my languages kind of look a bit more like. You know, a better look into the whole thing. I don't have a future for this one. Okay, so that's interesting. And I think I can get away with this. Yeah, I can get away with this. It's like the old to go thing is this. So I could just say that's how that looks. And actually, if that's the case, because you can see I got three different voicings for my stops here in Gila. It also has a very small phonetic inventory. I could then say that, I mean, if that's the case, I guess these languages are like, Ingila is a part of a really weird branch. It's like that one cousin that kind of shows up at your family gatherings, and nobody knows which part of the family he's from. This obviously makes no sense if you actually have cousins. I have lost the person that was here. Uh, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, basically, or they had somewhere to be, probably. They probably had somewhere to be. Uh, but basically, don't take a shot every time I say basically. You're going to end up being very fucked up and wrong. I think I'll take the syllable shape here. I think I'll just steal that. Yoink. Spoink. I guess that would just be bam. We could say that all the yeah. I guess take it as Ngila was sort of a more it kind of split off a lot earlier from everybody, which I think would make it an isolate. Technically. So I might just go say yeah, they have the same like sort of verb for to go. And same would be ka, which would be ball. Then I kind of want to make sure that I have at least one thing where it's like bam. That's big. Which actually, no, I'm going to have that be scary. Ooh. And I should probably have at least another noun. I can say as, what's another thing I have here? Mo'a? Kel? Da. House. Yeah, we'll just say house. Yeah. We run into a bit of a problem here because which one of these which one of these would have come from the glottal trill? Which would have been ha. Uh hmm. I could say that the glottal trill is just kind of like, yeah. I think I could just say that a lot of these have been lost to the, yeah, yeah. Like that's sort of the connection between, like, say proto-kaji and then, well, I guess I should probably just put this as kaji then. Yeah. But yeah, we could just say that the connection to them has kind of been lost to time. Why does that say hose? Hose. House. Curse you, English spelling, and your stupid bullshit. So this would be proto kaji. Yep. Uh, yeah. This kind of plan. So now we can do some basic sentence order. All right. Here we go. We can do a little sentence. So, um, the scary ball uh goes to the house would be do ka tol hu. Hu. All right. I can work with that. I can work with this. Oh wait, hang on. This would, right. I forgot that this is a three vowel language. So O would become oo, and E would be, and E would become E. So it actually would be Gi ka tul hu. Gi ka tuhul. Which is a very weird sentence. Uh the scary ball goes into the house. Now, of course, we notably do not have goes into, you know, that, so, how do we know that's what that means? Well, listen, if something is like go house, there's like a few things like scary ball, go house. How are you going to interpret that? How are you going to interpret that? You got like a few different reasons. Hello, person who is now here. If you are new, I'll just explain this real quick. I'm making a language for my webcomic. I'm pretty sure it's in the. It's literally the title of the thing. You could probably put two and two together. The webcomic is called Rom Angels. If you want to go read it or whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm basically just here trying to explain syntax right now, not the thing from Game Oververse. But anyways, um, what else? What else can I do? What else is there to make? Right, plural morphology. Why did I clap my hands? So, I'm thinking we're going to have a dual number and we're going to have a basic plural. And so, these come from very different places. What was that notification I just got? Whatever, I don't care. Dual and plural. So dual comes from the number 2. So yeah, but the plural marker usually comes from many. We also got to figure out what our word order is. I put in a very simple like SVO word order, but we could do it's like we got there's SVO, SOV, which is the most common, VSO, VOS, OSV, and then OVS. And really, you're going to see either this one or this one. Now, given that we're doing a Semitic sort of style language, I probably should do VSO. Sorry, Tree Rex. I was playing with the thing. I fidget with stuff all the time. I got stuff on this desk. Look, I'm holding Gorosaurus. You can't see this because I don't have a web camera. But, right, back on track. Do I want to do VSO? Or maybe do I want to do OSV? I should probably look at what I had for Anguilla. Yeah, I had this as VSO, so I think I'm just gonna do that because I guess I'm just gonna say yeah, they're part of the same sort of like uh language family kind of. Now word order can of course change a lot even within languages. Um but yeah, so if we're going with that, then it would be that sentence that I made earlier would be um tool um ka or gyu ka that's that's the wrong thing. uh who. Yeah, which I know that's not how the thing is. Hmm. I'm thinking I might actually want to cut out this pharyngeal H. I'm thinking about it. I'm probably not going to, but yeah. So that would be the actual thing in the syntax. Tool gyu ka hu. Anyways, let's get back to this. So, because of that, we can now basically say where our stuff would come from. So because of that, a dual thing would come from the number 2, so it would be like whatever I have as 2 in this language, which I'll just go as come, come, do come, and then word. No, actually, wait. I'm still gonna do the auxiliary verb goes before um everything else, but I think I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna shake it up a bit. I quite like the idea. I quite like the idea of just going ahead and abandoning sort of that the thing before. I'm still gonna have like some of this stuff is like, oh, they imported it from that other culture. Ken, I like that. I like Ken. I like the sound of Ken. It kind of sounds like I'm doing the Vine the Vine boom sound effect. Whoa. I'm so trendy, guys. Okay. Ken? Right. I should do the romanization thing. What the fuck am I doing? Right. So I know in some cultures, in like indigenous languages, they use 7 as the global stop stand-in. I think if we don't have diphthongs, then we could just say that they interpret the glottal stop as like, yeah. I think I'm just gonna do they don't have diphthongs. And yeah, that would stop that guy from being there. So yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Hmm. I'm just gonna. I don't know why I'm doing this. Just fucking around is all. It's so weird knowing that I could just do that. But I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to on compute. But it would make it a lot easier though. Oh, no. I must not let myself be clouded. I can't let myself be clouded. Oh, God. I remember chocolate. Sweet chocolate. I hated it. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. That, look at that, a beautiful thing. Just look at that. That is, isn't that just a work of art? Right there. This beauty. How do I even say that? Da u ha fu. So obviously I'm not going to use that, but I might use thunga. Thuga. I do like thuga. E. I still don't know how to do the glottal stop and then a vowel. That one's real weird. Right. Again, I gotta do the romanization thing. What the fuck am I doing? Uh. Okay. Glottal stop. We don't know about that one. We don't need to worry about that. This. Just go with the. We'll just do simple th. You know, it's intuitive. Everybody knows what I mean by that. This. Hmm. I think I'm actually going to get rid of the uvular fricative. Okay. All right. I don't know what I was choking on. I was choking on nothing. Uh, yeah, we're just gonna go with the simple huh. This. I should actually listen to what that sounds like. So hang on, I gotta go ahead. I gotta open it up on my phone because my browsers get fucking fucked up with their audio whenever I'm on Discord. And I don't know why, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. IPA consonant chart with audio. I would like to look at the phonomic consonants. And let me listen to how that funny H sounds. Ha. Hmm. Ha. I could do a double H, but there's a problem with that because we can allow consonant clusters with fricatives. And both of these are fricatives. So if I have ha as that, is that ha or is that just ha? But instead it's all you can tell is between, but there's no like clear thing. I could simply have it be so like to differentiate it, there's an apostrophe there. But then like when this comes along, I'm like, what the fuck am I even looking at? I mean, at least with this one, oh, okay, that's just two double H's next to each other. Hmm. I could do capital H, which was a solution I did in Gila. But do I want to? That's the question. Ha. We can worry about that later, though. Yeah is going to Y. Why? Because I said so. That's why. Fuck you. But also because we need to use J for the affricates. We need to use it for J because that's going to be in the language later on when we evolve it. Which I'm probably going to do next time. Probably get to evolving the language next time. This we can just use as R. We can just use R for ra because there's no other R sound, and what are you going to use to represent it? I mean, sure, I could use a special R, but that would be just a bit redundant. And then for kla, we're just going to do that. Which also runs into a bit of a problem with our thing. I think we'll just do it. I think we'll just say, fuck it. Like, oh no, this is gonna be a problem. Whatever, who cares? Nobody's gonna care. Do you think that guy's gonna care? He's not. He's not gonna care. Alright. Alright. Actually, wait. Ho ho. Nah. I'll just put, we'll just use the asterisk there to like sort of signify, oh yeah, that's just what that means. Thuga. Thuga. What is Thuga? Can you say Thuga? Thuga. Can you say Jeep? Jeep. Alright. Um. Hmm. Ooh, I'm thinking of sound changes. I think I might get started. No, I should do the other things. I already have come for. Oh, that's for 2. Stupid. Dummy. You should know better, Redley. You stupid. You stupid. Ooh, Wath. Oui. The dark side is strong with this one. Raj, Raya, Raya. I like that. All right. Um, that's gonna be for many. I don't know what this is gonna be for. I just kind of like the sound of it. So Raya before a word signifies that it is plural. All right. Tense, aspect, and mood. We are not caring about that last one, so it's just ta, not tam. Uh, I dropped Silex. Damn it. Uh, for anybody who cared, I guess I liked. I've played Metroid Prime 4. I liked it, but I agree it's kind of the worst Prime game. Play Prime 1 remastered on Switch instead of Prime 4. Only do that if you're really a big Prime fan. If you want to get into the series, Prime 1 on Switch is just so much better for you, man. Anyways, um, What am I going to do for tense, aspect, and mood? Right. I already had it so that ta is going to be for the future tense. Future. Future. Alright. I'm normal now. Present is usually unmarked. I think we'll just do past and future. We can make these a bit more fancy. So ta before a verb indicates future tense. So if I wanted to say the ball will go into the house, I would say ta. I would say ka ta ta ka ta ta ken ka ta ta ken. I think that works. That works. That absolutely works. What am I talking about? Hmm. To stand. To be. I want to get a copular and then a locative copular, you know. I do like me to I should probably convert this into a table, yeah. Actually that's okay. I could just do that. That works perfectly fine. What am I doing with my life? Thuga Thuga kinda gives me noun vibes. It's just giving me noun vibes. Like that's all I can say about it. I am gonna mark that as a noun. Do you have any ideas for what I could have Thuga be? Singular person who is watching this? Yeah, that's right. I'm putting you on the spot, man. What, you think I just had this so I could have you watch this for your own joy and pleasure? Nah, nah. You're here for one reason. You're here to help me make this language. You're making the names. You're choosing what these things are going to be called. Also, somebody else is joining. I don't know if these are reoccurring people. I don't know if they're reoccurring people. I don't know if they're like different people or if y'all are like uh colluding or whatever. I, they left. They ran. I intimidated them. Um, yeah. Anyways, I think I'll leave you to that. You got that's your homework. Uh, Nuth. That was the. How did I? How did I? Huh? Well, whatever. It's I guess that's for to stand. I should do the pronouns. I should really do the pronouns right now. Um, Yeah, let's do the pronouns. Let's do the pronouns. Okay, so pronouns. Pronouns. So pronouns are divided into first person, which I'm just going to put down as that. Second person. And you got third person. Now, we got the funny. So we're going to do singular, dual, and then plural. So, right, let's get to doing first person. First person is going to be first person singular. So that's going to be I, me, whatever. We're going to go with how about te? I mean T. No. That's a bit close to maybe I'm really feeling the bite of not having the five vowel system. The five vowel system really is useful. See, it's like, oh yeah, I can work without an o. Who needs a and o? I do. It turns out I really do need them. Oh my god. Maybe ma. Yeah. I think I'll do lu for second person, third person. Comma. Comma. I I actually kind of like that. Oh wait, nasals can't serve as codas, so that would be yeah, that works actually. Comma to me. Uh, hmm. Because I think a first person pronoun in the because we as first person. We as first person. But hmm. 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 I think a first person dual would be like you and me. Hmm. I'm gonna do an animacy distinction. Animate. Then uh, third person. Ye. And then iku. No, wait, that breaks the rules. What am I doing? Da. Oh, look! He's smiling. But then, boo! Hmm. So I guess Luma. Hmm. Luma could work because it's like you and me, or maybe Malu. I like Malu. Malu. Why did it do that? Why am I doing that? No. Stop. That that doesn't work. Malu and then fa. We'll just do fa for that. I think we'll just do a unified plural. Uh just gonna go ahead and color this. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I got to get back on track. I think this is the part where I start talking about chopping people up in meat grinders and nothing comes out of them except for their eyeball, and how they're probably dead, right? They're probably thinking like, not you, but like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop doing that. All right. I have not been talking at all. Uh. that there. Right. And then right, so I should probably explain what I'm doing here. So why I'm putting the present back in there. Vibes, the look, it just makes it look better. That's why. There's nothing more. And just move this up. Theoretically, if I order it like this, then it looks better. um, but yeah, there isn't really a lot for me to talk about. Right. I should probably do the aspect of this. So we're gonna do perfective because this is the proto language. It's gonna be pretty simple. Yeah, we're just gonna go with real basic stuff. But yeah, we should probably do the past. We should probably talk about the past. You know, the past tense. You know, that thing. That's what we should talk about. Right. So the I'm pretty sure. Actually, I should probably put pronouns over here. That it'll work. Right. So I think past usually past perfective. I think usually comes from like I know the imperfectum comes from to finish or to complete or whatever. Hmm. Behind. Behind could work as maybe the past perfective, which would actually be pretty interesting because it might mean that there's actually two different forms for it. So, like, oh, if it's behind due to the subject, like that might be a thing. Like, if it's relating to the subject, I think that I actually really like that. Ooh, I might be cooking. I don't know if a natural language has done this. Ooh, I actually really like that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I really like that. Hang on. I need to do that. Um. Yeah, that's so fucking neat. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Ooh. Ooh, I'm smart. Ooh, I'm smart. That's probably not how this would work, but fuck it, it's too cool. It's too cool of an opportunity for me to pass up. What? So that would be what for the verb slash the verb, and then what? Bam. Yeah. I don't see why this couldn't theoretically happen. I really don't see why this couldn't theoretically happen. That's the imperfective. This should be for the perfective. Okay, hang on. Yeah, if the tense is relevant to the, I guess, yeah, I actually really like that. Okay, hang on. Ooh, yeah, when I'm evolving the language, I'm probably gonna spread that. Like, oh yeah, yeah. So like when the auxiliary verb is what I'll go ahead and do. Basically, then go ahead and it's like, oh well, because it was yeah. It's like, yeah, because if it's more subject relevant, that yeah, that like that matches up with me. I can see that. We sal sol sol. really do like that quirk that I've just come up with it. And nobody is here to see me talk about it. Just like, this guy is fucking insane. I gotta get out of here, man. What the hell? This dude is crazy. What the fuck? I'll tell you what. I'll be right back. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody. Tell you what. Be right back. Okay. Where's paint? Where's paint? Okay, we'll just go with paint on that, I guess. Just yeah, I'll just add that. Okay, and it's not working. I'm just gonna go ahead and see that. back. We're back to how things were. How they always should have been, Luigi. By that I mean back from my thing. And I just needed to stretch my legs is all. My phone is on real low battery. I've been using it to more or less interact with. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on charge out. So give me like a hot second. It took a little bit longer than it probably should have. Anyways. So. I'm drawing a bit of a blank as to what to do next. I mean, obviously, the next steps are quite clear. Actually, if I am going to do something, so I'm going to be like, huh? Get me next to. Alright. With. With. Su. Gus. He. Hmm. Teeth. Teeth. I forgot I should probably get rid of that. Hmm. The. To be. Hmm. or as a conjunction. Hmm. To command to see. Sluga. Oh, I should probably come up with the term for the moons. Because, oh yeah, the world that this is a part of has two moons. Moon 1, and then Moon 2. Less. Lesta. Lesta. Hmm. Ooh, wait. Maybe this should just be we then. Yep, that's we. Because then, when these eventually suffix onto the verb, that'll mean that that is then like ba ba da ba 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 ba. And because we're going to do some umlaut, that's going to cause the vowel before it's a front. Thea, thea, thea. Hleda. I could have it that that U rounds the fronted vowel. It could round a vowel. Round a vowel. And that could make a very weird five vowel system. It's not the five vowel system that we'd be used to. Because it'd be U, E, A, O, and U. But I kind of like that it's not, that it's weird. I really like that it's weird. Is that so wrong? Oh, and then the glottal stop. If the glottal stop is lost, it could have effects. If the glottal stop is lost in vocality, it could have effects on that. Alright, well, I guess if I'm kind of getting at this point, then maybe I should start writing down the sound changes. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say um, umlaut, 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 which causes an U go to E before E. Two. Um, this should be H. It's just how I do it. I guess here could be um, ox verbs fuse with main verbs. Because I want that to happen so I can at least have these do some fun effects. Ka, 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 re, and reka. I think I don't. I think that works. I think that that absolutely works. You're getting pretty close to the end. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong song. What do you mean wrong? That's the Lucky Star OP, but it's the wrong song. A goes to O. E. Right, I should probably explain what I'm doing here. So basically, I'm making I'm doing some vowel shenaniganery with some of my silly little things here. So, for example, when you've got a glottal stop right here, I think I'm just gonna actually put those in as asterisks. Like, it's just gonna be easier for me because then I can actually track where they are. It's absolutely better if I just have a visual thing. Why is that? Uh, Thea. That should go to oo because the vowel is being backed. And then oo isn't going to change. Hmm. Getting real close to the end here. Got like half an hour left. Hmm. So I think I'm just gonna name this a snake. Hmm. I'm kind of looking at it now, and I really don't like. I think I kind of want to actually change this. That the auxiliary verb is behind, which sucks because I really like this whole S relevant O relevant thing that I got going on here. Hmm. And like, there's no way that that would evolve from the thing. So that sucks, but what are you gonna do? Maybe I can do it in another one. Hmm. Yeah. I think this works. Absolutely. have 24 hours. I'm gonna need to feed my dog real soon, so tell you what, we're gonna be right back. Then I'm probably gonna end the stream pretty soon. Actually, I think I'm just going to end the stream now. So, yeah, I guess that's it. That's the end of the stream. Bye bye, everybody.